All right, we are testing.
Is it gonna work like this?
Yeah, just talk. Let's
Just
see.
talk normally?
Yeah, just talk
Oh.
normally. This is just a test.
Alright.
Yep. So say something. I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, hi, hello, welcome. This is a test, okay? Test. We're testing the microphone.
Are
We're
you
testing. We are
Are you
testing.
testing? Are you testing?
Are you testing?
Are you testing?
Testing.
There you go. Is that better?
Yeah. Hi, hello, welcome. This is another test, but after this one, we're gonna do it.
Oh, you got me scared there. I thought that one was real.
Oh, well, welcome. Oh, it's live. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I would not do that to you. That's so
That
terrible.
would completely fuck
I
me
would
up.
never do that to
That
you.
would completely fuck me up. I'd be
I know,
done.
because I would never fucking do that to you. Hi. Sorry. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Our Divine Tarot. My name is Brittany, and I have a special guest for Brittany Rambles today. This is Our Divine boyfriend. So, say hi.
Hello.
He's not on YouTube. He's not on anything. So, like, please be kind to him. Okay, he's new to this, and you know what? Brittany Rambles is for being who you are. Okay, like I'm not kidding. Like, this is no judgment, no nothing. If you mess up, you mess up. Who cares? I want to open up a conversation with you all about spirituality and how it has been life-changing for you. Like, what was your aha moment? What was your, like, Ace of Swords moment, right? Your epiphany. So we're going to talk about that a little bit today. And yeah. Anyways, I'm going to edit that out. Don't worry. I'm going to edit that out. Yep, no worries. Edit.
No, I'm blocking completely.
Oh, you're totally fine. Okay, so you know what? Hold on. I can edit this out. We're totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so you know what? Let's talk about our big threes. You'll realize why he's a little shyer and he's a little bit more like reserved. My big three is Taurus, Aries, Leo. Okay, so I'm like out there. I'm like I can do this. Like, but anybody can do this. And yours is?
Mine is Gemini, Virgo, and
Taurus. Yeah.
Jesus.
That's okay. Hey, you know what? We're a little elevated. It's totally fine. He's a Virgo sun, Taurus moon, Gemini rising. But those are his big three. Like, he has all three of those energies. So if you can relate to being, like, misunderstood, wanting to, like, hide in a shadow and all of that, that's totally fine. Totally fine. It takes all kinds. And it's not a put down. It isn't. It really isn't. You know why? Because it's been fun getting you out of your shell and embracing you. No, you're fine. It's not a lot of work. We're good.
It's not going so well.
No, because
I'm on the spot as fuck, and I'm just not.
Okay, well, we can, whatever we get out of the footage, out of us just talking, we can just put the camera on and just start talking. I know, it feels a little forced, doesn't it? Let's not force it, guys. Don't force it. That's it. It's totally fine. Okay, so I don't know, what would you like to speak on? Is there anything, like, that you would like to get off your chest about it? Like, about spirituality in general?
But I know why it feels weird now.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, you got used to just talking, and now I'm trying to even get used to talking at all, and I'm not starting at the beginning, and you're already talking to them, and I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck am I even doing?
And you know what? That's what they call imposter syndrome. It's like, I'm not even supposed to be here. Like, I had that when it came to my tarot, right? And it was hard because I was just a pair of hands on the internet, okay? And then I was like, maybe I should dive into this whole, just getting on here like this and just having a conversation and just being raw and real. Like, it's not a big deal. Sorry, we're trying to work this out so that you can hear all, like, both of us, all of us. Okay, who's all of us?
This is kind of just a
this is a makeshift. This is makeshift
thing.
This is like Sunday night crazy stuff. We had a wild weekend, y'all. It's very social. We got out of the house.
Maybe that's why I can't talk, because I've been too much social already
maybe,
this
and you know
weekend.
what? Yeah, maybe. That could very well be.
Makes sense, at least.
It does.
But don't know. Maybe you can figure something out.
I think so. And you know what? With a little bit more practice like this, like anybody who's on like YouTube or like does this, and you know, there's a lot of people who are like,
I was
kind
of just sit there and talk and just like
talk.
fucking be normal about it and like
I said
not
before,
let it
like,
be fucking weird.
This is why editing exists, guys. Like you can just have like one giant run-on video that's unedited, like like Trisha Paytas sometimes. I'm not causing beef, by the way, but like, I mean, if she wants to cause beef with me, I don't care, but. She doesn't edit her videos and it shows. And right. Yeah, and you know what? That's fine. If you need to cut something out, you cut something out, and that's okay. But anyways, guys,
I was gonna smack you in the face with the water bottle.
That'd be a new one. So I was thinking about it this way, how our rising signs are air and fire, right?
Yes.
And how we feed off of each other's energy.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about this like a lot, like how we just like encourage each other, and when one person's feeling one way, the other person's feeling the same way because we just match. And it's kind of hard to separate sometimes, right? Separating
our energy from our feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from each difficult. Other.
Yeah.
Like,
so when like it's whether not, like, it's my feeling or your feeling sometimes. Yeah.
And because he went through his spiritual awakening not too long ago. Oh my gosh. Well, one of them. We have multiple in this lifetime.
The first noticeable one that I took too.
This one was gorgeous, y'all. Under the northern lights of all freaking things. This was a gorgeous moment to witness. And if you missed it in my Coffee and Collective, like, he's here to talk about it a little bit. So.
Well, I don't know. It was just standing there under the northern lights with you, and it seemed like there was some sort of bird. It started to look like an eagle at first, flying up towards, and then it slowly started turning into what seemed like a phoenix. And as I was standing, I started to feel myself leaving my body to go fly. And as I was flying with it, the whole immersion of my vision exploded and burned, and I was brought back down to what my normal body was, I guess.
So that part of the experience, like, I literally saw you fly, like, spiritually fly with this thing. That was your higher self. That's what in the spiritual community we call the higher self. Like, that was your higher self telling you this is your new path, your new chapter. It's okay to change and it's okay to transform.
Yeah.
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 It was pretty big.
It was big. It had a huge effect in a lot of things in that time. It wasn't very long ago, but I felt like a lot of things had been building up to a moment that needed something new. Something new needed to be ignited inside of me.
Exactly. Like fresh start, like a new lease on life kind of thing.
Yeah.
Start over again, but in the best way. You have support now. Like, you have somebody to walk you through this stuff. Like,
yeah.
It's been
somebody to help me with the things that I need to now go through with you.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, like, we've helped each other through this whole journey. Like, we really did. We found each other, and like, we just helped each other bloom. And you never doubted.
We both realized that we had to go through a healing period together in order to help create our bond that we have.
Yeah.
And now that we have been able to start getting out of our healing part is now when, I guess, what the girls call a glow up.
Yeah, we're glowing up, guys. But seriously, no, like, there's been so much of our lives that we've suppressed, kind of, right?
Yeah.
We suppressed ourselves.
We suppress ourselves a lot.
Yeah, and that's why you're nervous to be on here today, and it's okay to be nervous. It's an okay feeling. This is something brand new, and of course, you know what? You're not going to be great at it. Like, this is Brittany Rambles. Man, this show right, this recording right here is hilarious to me, because it's like, you know what? It's raw. It's you know what? I'm gonna be awkward. Everybody's gonna be awkward, and unless you like speak your listen, if you're gonna pretend to be someone else, it's gonna be exhausting, right?
Yeah.
And
exactly, you can't be.
You can't be that. So why not be you? And it's okay to fumble a little. You know what? Just you're genuine. You're a real person, not trying to be anybody. You just haven't dove into this part of you yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get used to it. I'll have you back on here. But anyways, guys, I was talking about the spiritual awakening because there was a lot of things that like came to light, and it was amazing watching somebody go through this. As somebody who's been through this, and I'm like, wow, that is really what that looks like on the outside, because I only know what it's like on the inside, right?
The crazy feelings that you can't explain
and
to
like
anybody.
You don't know how you're looking on the outside.
You
but
don't know
so
why
peaceful.
You're going through it. You don't know
so
what is
happy.
going on with you. You're going through moments of what the hell.
What is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely nice to have at least somebody who understood the feelings I was feeling.
You felt safe, and I was so proud, guys. So proud. Like, you looked so happy. He was feeling all the emotions in one. Anybody who's been through this kind of experience, like, knows that this is, like, intense on your body. It's like a panic attack. You're happy, you're sad, you're feeling everything at once. You're frustrated, but you're also anxious, but then you're happy about it. Like, it's crazy.
Well, that moment was insane, but
it was a surge.
It was the nights after, when all the realizations and all the
your intuition
strengthening, yeah and all of that starting to come in. That was a lot more intense to deal with. It's a lot worse energy shifts for me to deal with.
And you know what, you got a spiritual girly to help you. Guys, I gave him obsidian. We don't have black tourmaline yet, but we're getting that is a super protective grounding stone, okay? Like it works a lot more than my obsidian will, but that's a big piece I gave you, so I think it helped him, guys. Like it definitely did help, like, calm him a little bit. And meditation through this as well, right?
Yeah, that's new.
Yeah,
that's definitely new. Definitely needed to start it, because otherwise my brain was not shutting off enough. So
I understand that completely. Like, now your next chapter is most likely about learning how to utilize this rest and how to sort your brain a little bit. Because you're getting intuitive downloads like crazy, and it's hard to kind of keep up sometimes energetically, because you're not used to functioning at that energetic level. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think a lot of it, though, is a lot of release for myself, because I finally have an answer as to why these things have been happening, and I thought that they were just normal things that just everybody
went through. You would think, but there's we call it awakened. Like, you have awakened to this. That's why we call it a spiritual awakening. Yeah. Like, these things start making sense. You notice the synchronicities, not just because of me.
Yeah.
And like different angel numbers. Yeah, because I pointed out I'm wearing a 222 necklace. I'll be like 222. But in all honesty, this is when we're awakening, we're open to like the frequencies and everything. Some people tune it out. Some people, like, there's a lot of people that have been through so much that they just credit it to, oh, I'm literally going crazy, and that's it. And
well, I mean, I could understand where you would get that aspect from, because I mean, if you had nothing to help you through these feelings, you would definitely feel like you might be going a little crazy. Why are these things all of a sudden happening to me?
Yeah.
What happened to me?
Yeah. Why do I know these things?
Why do I see these things?
Why do I know things?
Weren't seeing before? Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, like, maybe that's why people who have been going through their spiritual awakenings and have these psychic gifts and they don't tell anybody. Like, and then they tell people about these things that are going to happen, and then people think they're nuts, and then it's like, oh no, and then that thing happens, and then that they're like, oh, that person was right. And yeah, like that's how most people get into tarot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we were talking about before, was being able to have sites that would help you with possibly having I have no idea what the fuck I'm trying to say right now, so it's okay.
That's okay. We can circle back. That's totally fine. Sites.
Sites, yeah. I don't know what we're talking about right now. I need to fucking chill for a second.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. That's totally fine. Do you want to pause?
I actually talked for fucking 10 minutes.
You sure did. Would you like to take a pause? We can take a pause. Maybe. And you know what? I think we should segue this to your epiphanies, your downloads that you've had.
Oh, okay.
So he was the one who came up with this idea for him to come on here, and that's why I mentioned it on my first episode of Brittany Rambles. And yeah, he definitely, like, he's starting to get the downloads, guys. He's starting to get the intuitiveness.
Ever since I started, ever since you started your channel, I've been listening to your stuff. So it kind of gave me a little bit of help with it, I'd say.
Without me knowing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, without you knowing.
Little secret, and you're just like, oh, hey, this is interesting. Like, I mean, I'm the first spiritual girl you've dated, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, I mean, we were meant to meet.
Oh, I meant like after we started dating. I mean, didn't mean before. Like,
no,
after.
I know.
Oh, okay,
I know.
Okay.
You're good. You're totally fine.
Well, we can edit that part out then. All right,
yes,
cool.
We can.
All right. So
we're
then
totally
where
fine.
were we going with that? We were back on, first spiritual girl. Yeah.
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 And so like, this was eye-opening for you.
Yeah, it was very big moment. And, I mean, you kept telling me that I needed to speak my mind to somebody other than just you once in a while, because it was stuff that maybe other people needed to hear. So I guess
he is so insightful, guys. Like, I wish you could hear the stuff that he says to me all the time. And like, it's I can't even pinpoint certain things because they're just so like deep, and I'm like, this would be perfect. You guys need to hear some of this, so that's why I'm like, let's get you a tarot deck. Like, let's get you started on this. Like, let's collab. Like, I'm like excited, and he's like, hold on, I'm going through it. I have to remember, when I was going through it, but it was overwhelming. So like, this is more of like a remembering for me of what it was like, because now I'm used to it. I'm totally used to it.
Nerves
I've been through a few of them.
Your feelings are out the window of feeling weird about it, right?
Like, I think me graduating into like ascending into like a higher level was me witnessing you go through your spiritual awakening.
Yeah, that could have very well been,
because I knew exactly what was happening, guys. Like, I knew exactly, like, in the moment. Like, I had to step back from him, and I was like, okay. And we left our phones. In the house. Like, we were like,
we both neither of us needed our phones that night, because we just needed to see it.
Yeah. But we didn't know that the Northern Lights were going to be out that night. Like, I thought they already happened.
Well, no, they started as we walked outside.
Yeah,
like,
I know, but we didn't know, like...
No,
no.
Yeah. There's no... Well, most people don't know when the Northern Lights are going to be. They're kind of random.
But when the spot where we were at, it was like it was trying to get our attention. There was like a very solid ribbon that was like, oh, hey, hello.
Yeah, it was dancing right in front of us, trying to get my attention.
And then it haloed over us, and it was like, oh, this is big. And all day that day, I was seeing 444 a lot, like tons of fours, guys. Like, that's protection. That is divine protection. So like, this was like something else. Like, you had to see it to believe it.
It was a crazy moment. But then I had an epiphany about how a couple years ago I had to fall down a set of stairs, destroy my ankle, need surgery on it to fix it, kind of destroyed. But we came to the realization that it was me being told it was time to rest. I was working way too much. I needed rest.
Yeah.
But there are so many sequences that happen because of that moment that is reasons and things that brought me directly to you.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was around the time that I was starting to write down my manifestation for my ideal person. Like, I literally manifested him, and I'm so sorry you had to fall down those flight of stairs in order to be able to do that. But, like, oh my God. It was wild.
You have to make sacrifices to meet your people, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys, like...
You have to get through the hard times to meet them.
And we both have been through a lot. Like, we can openly talk about this. I'm just going to say trigger warning for anybody out there right now. Like, we both have been through addiction. We were on harder stuff, and, like, that was separately before we even knew each other. We went through all this shit, and we came out, like, 10 times stronger.
Mm-hmm.
We just needed each other to kind of get
past the rest of it.
Yeah.
Get the last little bit you need.
And I'm proud of you.
And you.
Like, we changed our life, y'all. Like, okay, at the beginning of us dating, we were stoners. Like, we're still stoners. So, like, that we're meaning, like, snacks, we're, like, Netflixing, all of that stuff. You know, just not doing what's best for us. But it was good for us to do that and, like, initiate that bond.
It was part of the healing process.
Yeah, it was part of the healing, and it was.
We talked about it as, like, we went through a whole lifetime worth of trying to be best friends in a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we accomplished it.
We did. We really did. Like.
Oh, man. But yeah.
And I think it's wonderful. Like, when he first walked through that my sliding door there, like in my apartment, I was like, it was like he was coming home to me, guys. And it was like, where have you been? Like, all of this could have been avoided if we would have met. But we came to the conclusion that, like, if we would have met any earlier, we would have no, absolutely not. No, we were just on two entirely different fucking levels. Jesus.
So, I think this is a good time. But I think so. What are we going to try and do? We're going to try and do more things where I come on and go through readings with you a little bit once in a while.
Yeah. I would love that.
And then we're talking about maybe having members exclusive videos.
Yeah, you guys, like, he's gonna be on the members every now and then, like, when he feels like it, for like picker cards and stuff like that, or just general tarot stuff. Maybe I'll teach you guys tarot with him. Like I'll teach you. Well, you know the gist. You know the gist.
Yeah. I got the gist, but I just don't remember everything.
That's okay. We can go right through it. Absolutely. So,
but
like, we can do that on the members.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then we'll get more into astrology stuff, which is more my thing.
Yes.
More so than the...
That's going to be cut out, Brittany. Cut it out. Anyways, thanks.
Okay. But, so yeah, we'll try and do a few different things. Try and do a few different ideas and see what we can come up with.
Yeah, I think this could be fun because, like, we have a lot of spiritual talks and, like, tarot talk all the time. Like,
I think a lot more guys need to realize that this is an okay thing to be seeing.
Exactly, and an okay thing to be doing. It's okay to, like, have your emotions. Hell, Rich Lopp, Lopp, he's awesome. If you haven't checked him out, check him out because his vibe is just like Curtis here. Like, just, my God, it's funny. Like when he's you know, not in front of a camera and nervous, and it's okay. I'm not calling attention to it. You're totally fine. I'll cut that out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, but anyways, so what were we saying? Oh yeah, more guys. Yeah. I think it's more important to get a lot more guys a lot more connected with their mental side, because I went 28 years with not knowing how. Exactly. And I finally have an idea of where my anxieties and my mental problems that I've been dealing with for so long have been coming from. And I think a lot of other guys out there who don't know exactly what's going on could benefit from maybe hearing it from a guy instead of trying to listen to a girl about it. I'm sorry, but
no, I totally understand
that. It happens sometimes.
And you know what? Like, that's all the more reason to get your voice heard and be in tarot, because tarot is like, everybody has different opinions and different insights, all from different walks of life.
Exactly.
Different things that we all go through. So, and different interpretations for the cards as well, along with your intuition. Like, it may not mean the card meaning to a T, but if there's some symbolism in the card that means something different for you, that is one of your signs, and that's your intuition, and then you talk about it. Like, it could be something that you noticed from, like, a couple days ago, and you're like, why was I seeing that? And then when you do the tarot, and you're like, that's why I was seeing that. And it's tied into it. And it's wild. Like, and back to men's mental health and everything, like that, hearing it from a guy in tarot, like on a video, it'd just be like, wow, this guy's like straight no chase, thank God, he's just like me. I could have a beer with this guy. Like, kind of thing, right?
Sometimes just hearing a different tone of voice with it when you're listening to it can change the way that you see it.
Exactly. And of course, women go through different things than men do.
Exactly.
There's different pressures and like different expectations and such. And of course, like, mental health is more of like, oh, you've been going and talking to a therapist. Like, the fact that there's still guys that are like,
joke about it way too much, and they don't take it serious enough. And luckily, I didn't need. I haven't needed to go to therapy for mine yet. I've had people around me that I could
lean on,
and you were the people I needed in my life for that. But if you don't have those people around you, well, then maybe you do need to try a therapist. But
exactly. I'm not.
But maybe you just need to hear messages too.
Exactly.
Not everybody needs therapy.
No. Some people just need someone to listen to and know that they're not alone in this, and that they're not crazy, and that, like, if they're feeling these things, like your spiritual awakening, that's why, like, coming on here and talking about it, like, it sets up a conversation, and it really gets you to think, it's going to be okay. You're going to be totally fine. You're just going to know things.
You just need to learn how to deal with it.
Yeah. Exactly. And I'm helping you with that, and, like, I'm so happy to be able to, guys, like, I'm elated to help him, because, like, I can see the potential, and I see it. Like, you would flourish in this. It doesn't even have to be like how, like, I do, or like any of the others. It can literally just be you sitting here and be like, I pulled the King of Swords here. Logic over emotion. You get your emotions out of this. Like, think with the head on your shoulders, not the one in your pants. Like, stuff like that.
That's okay, though. We will, we'll see how things go.
Yeah. I just can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be a fun time, because, like, it's going to loosen you up, and it's going to be okay. Yeah.
All right.
When I first started this, I was nervous as hell. And I have done, like, a couple videos beforehand of just, like, me showing my face. I'm like, hey, hello, this is your tarot reader. And it's like, I was fine. I dreaded it. I was like, oh, man, my arms look weird. Everything looks weird. Why was I so freaking awkward? Like, I stuttered in, like, one of them, and I was like, all right. And then I called the Empress the Hierophant, and I was like, ah. But sometimes you're meant to say that, because maybe it's just a card that couldn't come out due to the circumstantial cards in between that wouldn't have anything to do with that reading.
That makes sense.
That can happen.
That could happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you just gotta follow it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just gotta listen to yourself once in a while.
Exactly. And trust yourself. And trust the process.
Intuition.
Trust the process.
Your intuition.
Trust your intuition.
Trust your intuition. Yes.
I'm just happy that, like, we met and we were able to go through this together. Like, I wouldn't have had the guts to, like, continue it on past what I was doing with my phone without you.
And I never would have known what to do without you once it happened to me. So
I appreciate you, and I'm grateful for you, baby. I really am. I know. It's okay. It's totally fine.
You got enough?
Hmm?
Okay, so now how do we end this?
Okay, well, this was like a mini chat, and like, comment down below, like, your spiritual awakening, all of this stuff, like, your thoughts on this. More men should be in tarot. I should say that, like, our spirituality in general, and not have to be thought of as weird, or like, oh wow, stay away from that guy because he's into his feminine side. And it's like, why is that a bad thing? Like, but anyways,
stereotypes.
like, yeah, stereotypes, absolutely. We're breaking the chains here. We're breaking the generational chains, guys.
Yeah.
And we're going to be open to this. So let us know down below, like, how this resonates with you. Tell us about your spiritual awakening if you feel like it, and if you felt the same craziness. And, like, whatever thoughts. Like, this is Brittany Rambles. Like, this is random. We're just having a conversation. And if you'd like to join in below. All right? And, well, we're going to have Our Divine Boyfriend on again. We're going to figure out a good name for him.
Yeah.
No, we'll figure it out.
Figure
It'll happen organically. Like, all this will happen organically. And I'm so excited. Excited.
See you next time.
Yeah, see you next time, guys. All right, on Brittany Rambles. Adios.
Bye.